Hello, friends. It says here we're not broadcasting yet, but I can't always trust the electronics here. Now it looks like we're doing something. Oh, doing something. This is going to be a very short broadcast because I'm tired. It's been a good long day. And in case you don't know it, my name's Dan. And in case you've never seen this before, this is Daily Art Adventure number 639. More details in acrylics on top of the abstract stuff, and the challenge, the assignment here for myself is to not obliterate the abstract underpainting. So this is a new, I always try to do that, but I'm trying to do it harder than ever. Hello, Horatio. Your AC broke. Oh my good, that's serious, dude. So watch me first. Well, bless your heart. I won't be here long. I must say that I am so far really enjoying this painting. I had a feeling that I was ready to turn a corner in my painting journey, and I feel quite confident now that that is in fact the case, that I am ready, that I am in fact turning the corner. Let me pull this down and show you. I'm not sure if I showed you this yesterday or not, but there it is. As you can see, just allowing much more of the underpainting to show through. And I'm basically doing that 3 different ways. I'm repeating right now what I said yesterday. By the way, I was talking to my wife, Nancy, this afternoon about all kinds of things. And among other things, I talked about this broadcasting and you guys. You've faithful few who watch me on a regular basis. I think you know this, but one of the oft repeated adages, I think it's an adage is the appropriate word, is that the teacher learns more than the pupil. And honestly, part of the reason that I am doing all this broadcasting is because when I'm talking to you guys about principles of painting, guess what? I'm more likely not to forget them myself. Make sense? If I'm pontificating, if you will, on and on and on about this, that, and the other, all these principles, then I'm likely to keep those principles fresh in my mind. So there is more than one motive, more than one method to my madness. Why am I doing all this broadcasting? Well, among other things, because it makes me a better painter. And all you teachers can probably relate to that. What color? Something light pink in a turquoise. This is water-soluble pastel. I keep thinking I've got a short enough piece in between my fingers that it won't break, and then I break it anyway. I'm pretty rough on my pastels, evidently. Okay, so I was going to say there are 3 ways that I am maintaining my abstract underpainting. One is by simply painting around it as I'm going along and I come up to a line that is part of the underpainting, I jump over it, I skip over it, and I move on to the next piece. So that's one way, I just skipping over it. Number two, after I paint, if I do paint over it, and I pick up a rag and wipe off before it dries, which is pretty quick, dries quick in acrylics of course. I wipe off what I just painted over. And number three, after having painted over a bit of abstract underpainting, I pick up another brush and I repaint. That's pretty radical, isn't it? Actually repaint the abstract underpainting on top of what I just painted. So those are all pretty logical, seems to me. I could have started doing this a long time ago. Okay, so here's an example. I painted over this white stripe, and then I took a rag and wiped it off. So you can still see some of that underpainting right here. Yep. I know that makes sense to all you guys, because you guys are all smart. Huh. And of course, there's nothing that says I can't make. Whoops! I just knocked you guys over. Nice shot of the ceiling there. Whoops! Oh boy! Oh boy! Thankfully, my camera was locked in place, whew, and it didn't land on the floor. It landed on a kiddie bicycle. Welcome to my world. All right, I'm going to call that building done for now. Let's move down a bit and sit down. Sorry, I have two brushes stuck between my teeth, held between my teeth, not stuck. I am acting like a man who's tired tonight, I gotta tell you. I got a good workout in the pool, and then I went to take some trash out to the trash outside the garage, and the sun was going down. It was so gorgeous outside that I couldn't help myself. I just took a quick little tiny jog around the block, half a mile. I have been a runner, fairly serious runner, my whole adult life until about 2 years ago when I blew up a meniscus, and that was pretty much the end of my running days. So I can jog a whole half mile, isn't that great? I could do more than that, but anyway, it's a beautiful evening. All right, there is a building right in here that is red. Oh yeah, that's what I interpreted it as white last time I did it. Well, that was silly. What was I thinking? More red down here. And more red right here. Lots and lots of red. Happy red color. Now see, I'm covering up lots of underpainting. Good enough. Thanks, you guys. I see lots of friendly chat happening over there. I'll look forward to reading those in just a few minutes. Green. Is there any other green? Yeah, over here. Let's finish this building right here. Well, no, it doesn't need any finishing. It's okay just the way it is. Okay, that settles that. Let's do this face of this building right here. So very, very pale white, yellow, pale yellow, I should say, off-white. Turning brown as we go around the corner of this building. Okay, I'm just going to do one more thing. As soon as I find my black pencils, where did I put them down? Last time I used them. Ah, that's crazy. I just used them a few minutes ago. Oh, here they are. Okay, put a rag on top of them. All right, so I'll end with this here tonight. Some pencil stuff. You know, I gotta admit that this crazy, if this trend that I'm pursuing here right now, in this, if I am right, that this painting is a turning point, a watershed. In a way, the last 3 years, I think it's been, since I've started using pencils, will make a little even more sense because I find myself being drawn to oh, I said I was not have to do some more painting. I thought I was going to not do any more, but I am. I find myself being drawn more and more and more to the abstract abstract texture of the pencils. I've gotten quite a bit, I think it'd be fair to say I've gotten quite a bit bolder in my use of the pencils over the over the years, over the last, especially over the last year in particular. And it just fits the trajectory of me moving toward, in a very aggressive way. Up until now, it's been kind of a principle, if you will, that I want my paintings to be more abstract and more realistic at the same time. With this particular painting, I'm taking a big step in that direction. And as you can see by my rather fastidious, it's one of my favorite words, pretty careful painting that I'm doing right now, wouldn't you say? I would call this, again, considering the size of the overall canvas. Hang on just a second. I'm not sure this is in the right place. Something's not right here. Maybe it may be this, but I'm not moving that. It's okay. It's just I'm not sure that all these things are in the right place. They're probably close enough. I'm quite sure they're close enough. But I just stumble as I paint along. I just realized something's not right. I think I'm done painting. So this is the top of a building right here. Do you like that mark? I do. Right, that represents a horizontal top of a building, right? Then why does it look like the mark of Zorro? Well, that's because I'm getting more and more into abstraction, interfacing with, combined with increased similitude, increased realism, detail. Those two opposing factors smooshed together, forced together. I've said this before, all the painters that I admire most are masters of this. One not terribly well-known painter, Tibor Nagy, spelled just like it sounds, T-I-B-O-R-N-A-G-Y, Eastern Europe somewhere, not to be confused with the Tibor Nagy Art Gallery. Evidently they're unrelated, I think, in Manhattan. Tibor Nagy, crazy abstract realism. So realistic and so abstract. He's kind of got it, kind of makes me sick. I say that with the greatest of affection. Okay, then there's a bunch of trees down here. All right, it's going to be a short night. I don't think my wife's even home yet. Not sure where she is. Out saving the world somewhere. More truth in that than you might realize. When my wife's saving the world, she really is saving the world. Well, not the whole thing, but pretty big pieces of it. All right. Let me see what kind of things. Man, it's a busy night. Good for you guys. Put you down so you're not seeing so much of the bald head. One of my granddaughters said today, saying, well, I used to have a lot of hair. And she said, she's 6. Like, she says, well, I like your hairstyle now. Gotta love it. Kids. All right, Uncle 60. The water-based color sticks, they go on dry. Horatio's asking about these water-based pastels. They are dry. They are as dry as regular pastels. Just for some reason they're water-based. I don't really know, but it sounds good to me, so I'm using them. Hello, Heather Cat Lady. Been a long time. Thanks for coming by. Yes, this is downtown Raleigh, our main street. We have a very clear main street in Raleigh, and it's called Fayetteville Street. It's not called Main Street, but it's very 6 blocks long, extra wide. That's where all the parades happen and so on. All the festivals happen there. Capitol Building is at the north end, Capital of North Carolina, and the Symphony Hall, Symphony Orchestra place is at the southern end. I have 2 6-by-6 foot canvases. I'm going to do one facing north and one facing south. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate that. She wants to see, can't wait to see one of my paintings in person. They look way better in person. I mean, all paintings do. You know that, don't you? Especially these big ones. Though. Hello, E-Man. Been watching for a few minutes. I finally found your YouTube channel. Looking forward to learn more about painting. Good to have you on board. Appreciate it. Make sure you hit that bell. Now, today I think I've done 3 broadcasts. That is a bit much, I promise. So you guys that have the bell hit, you're going, maybe wish you hadn't today. 3 is unusual. 1 a day is average, but it was an unusual day. Oh, E-Man. I didn't know it was that E-Man. E-Man does cut our grass. Hello, E-Man. That's so funny. If you hadn't said anything, I would never have known it was you. That's Facebook. I mean, that's YouTube, isn't it? Anyway. E-Man says, I saw his painting, and oh my goodness, it's beautiful. That is great. Heather, yeah, all the way to Mississippi. That is cute, E-Man. That is great. Made my night. Thank you. What fun. E-Man, you're a gentleman and a scholar, shall we say. And Annette, Perth, Australia. Oh my goodness. So it's morning. Good morning to you, Annette. Good to have you on board. Good. Yeah, I know. Watch me later. I'm probably better sped up. I'm better at 100 speed. It's over in 5 minutes. Hi, David. Good to hear from you. Thank you for the nice comment. Oh, Heather, have I painted this scene before? Yes. In fact, I'm right now, these days, yesterday, today, tomorrow, working on a promotional marketing advertising piece for myself. One of the things I'm thinking about saying is, in 200 years, Raleigh's had a lot of artists. None of them have built basically their entire career essentially out of painting Raleigh, which is what I have done. I've painted this 100 times, maybe 200. I can't say I've painted it hundreds of times because maybe I haven't hit 200, but it's well over 100 times because it's the main street in my town. Forgive me. Some of you have heard this before, and this is going to sound arrogant, but it's not. A young friend said to me about 10 years ago, he said, Dan, you're never going to get famous painting Raleigh. Without even thinking about it. That's why I don't think it was me. I said, I don't expect to get famous painting Raleigh. I expect Raleigh to get famous because I painted it. I said that the other day too. But there's a grain of truth there. That's the only thing that makes it either not arrogant and repeatable, because that's what I'm planning to do. Yes, I paint all over town, but more than any place else, this street and skyline views of Raleigh. Yeah, you thought it looked familiar, Heather. You've seen me do this before, my dear. Yes, you have. I mean, it's always different. You know, I took. This is a new photograph. You know, I've never painted this photograph, and it's always a slightly different angle. You know, I'm being a real artist about it, and of course, I don't mind repeating something because I'm a different artist every time I do it. And of course, this painting is very different. Heather, I don't know if you've been around lately. I'm hoping this painting is literally a turning point in my journey because the big hope, expectation project for me is to retain, to keep much of the original abstract underpainting. For the paintings I've done for the last couple years, almost invariably, after I finish them, I go, Yeah, well, it's nice, but man, I wish I could see more of the original, the abstract underpainting. And why? Simply because I think it would be a more interesting painting. So I've had that vague notion in my mind for years, and last week, in the middle of the night, all of a sudden, I feel like it came to me like, aha, I'm ready, I can do it. So this is the first painting since I had that aha moment. And so far, it's working, and frankly, I am loving it. This is really, really fun. And David says, the curved roof is not there. Yeah, like right here you talked about, right here? Yeah, that's the Capitol building looking the other way. Right, this is the Symphony Hall. Looking the other way is a Capitol, and it does have a domed building. That's pretty good. Pretty good detective work there, David. You guys are going to know this, my city, more than most people who live here. All right, I'm going to keep it short. Thank you, great fun. And I got a little bit of painting done, so that's always